The whole planet's awakening. There is a huge shift of consciousness happening on the planet.
Using sound frequencies to extinguish flames.
Other trees reach out to the victim with their root tips.
This is the CIA's 5-second mask.
Welcome back everyone to more creepy TikToks, and let's dive in.
Oh, there it is again. Whoa, look at that.
Whoa, you're right in.
It's like you got your hand behind it.
It's taking the light and
no way.
right here in front of me.
Yeah.
You see it?
Wow.
Yeah, you can see it from every angle.
Every angle.
That's it,
All
Cammy.
around out here.
This is
I
it.
can see the whole-
Unbelievable.
So
That is
the lights.
Look at this.
Wow.
Floating. It's just floating right here.
Oh, what is this? A hologram? There's another hologram down there.
Wait, keep doing it, guys. Keep doing it.
Right here.
Oh, yeah.
See my
It's just
front
what
is
you're
And then
doing.
it goes away. You gotta be at the.
Right here.
Wow.
And I
Stays
should-
there.
That's what the sun and moon are doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently
It's
so.
the apparent.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, gentlemen. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
This is so cool. It's the parabolic and the
That
copper.
is amazing.
See, that's why everybody sees the same angle of
Exactly. It captures exactly.
no matter where you're at.
Yes.
It's cold. The actual hologram itself is bright.
This is basically Project Bluebeam in a nutshell. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we were all playing like the Truman Show sequel and, you know, the sky's just one big holograph.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to? What the hell does this have to do with anything? Tell me what's happening!
Have you heard of the infamous Codex Gigas, also known as the Devil's Bible, housed in the National Library of Sweden? The Bible weighs roughly 75 kilograms, and the ink is written on the skin of 160 donkeys. According to the lore, it was written in a single night by a monk who sold his soul. It was written by Herman the Recluse in ancient Czech Republic. The story goes that he broke his monastic vows and was sentenced to be walled up alive. To escape death, he promised to create in one night a book to include all human knowledge. Near midnight, he became so desperate to finish the book, he prayed to Lucifer to help him finish the book. Lucifer offered to finish the book in exchange for his soul. It is estimated that it would take 20 years of non-stop writing to reproduce the book, and that's without the illustrations or embellishments. It is a marvel of the 13th century, and it contains texts on exorcism, medicine, as well as a cryptic calendar. Many say the calendar points out to the Day of Judgment. On the 290th page, there is even a large illustration of the devil himself. The writing inside show no signs of age between each other. This has fueled the belief that it was written in an extremely short time. The pages also contain a specific type of ink and parchment, which suggests an understanding of materials far ahead of the time, only pointing to more evidence of supernatural interference.
So not only did the monk manage to write the Devil's Book in one night, but he also managed to find 160 donkeys to create it with. I mean, I reckon this man did more than just sell his soul to the devil. I reckon this man got frisky with the devil and the devil grew a new horn. That's what I reckon. But I can probably almost guarantee you that that book is with the Vatican as we speak.
Everyone's waking up. The whole planet's awakening. There is a huge shift of consciousness happening on the planet. Whether you're aware of it or not, I started waking up realizing governments were corrupt. I fought the system. Article 61 is a legitimate law in the Kingdom of England to say, if you're not happy with what the government's doing, you can just say, oh, that's not for me, thanks.
Is that real?
That's a real thing. The legal system is a man-made technology designed to control masses. I got arrested 27 times in 3 years. I got 6 cars crushed, and I went through the entire process, courtroom after courtroom after courtroom, learning the legal language. I always ask the police one question: do you have a degree in law? No. Then why would I listen to you? Are you legally trained? No. Then how are you enforcing the law? Well, I started negotiating with judges.
But they know what you're doing.
Yeah. But I also know what they're doing. So, like, checkmate. The government have insidiously invited themselves into every aspect of our life, and that's why it seems like we're in a spider web, we can't get out of it. Capitalism and healthcare shouldn't be allowed to exist. You shouldn't be allowed to capitalize on illness. That's horrible. And I want to live on a planet with loving people. That's the truth. I want to live on a planet where people aren't doing everything for themselves. So let's get more uplifting, inspirational, and excited people about life in politics.
If you had children, would you not sign the bus?
Absolutely not. Why would I give my children, my living, breathing, conscious, spiritual, intelligent being that I've co-created with my partner, why would I then give it to a crown corporation government?
You have to pay a TV license to your government to be allowed to watch TV in your own home, and if you don't, you face a fine or even worse, face prison. You have to pay a water bill each month to be allowed access to dirty sewage water for you to shower in and to drink. You're only allowed to farm when you abide by the standards set by the laws of the government. You could say corruption, but the truth is it's not only corruption, it really is about mass control, like he said. Nothing to see here, just a very large giant closing a very small door.
Have you ever seen the clip of Obama giving Biden the Medal of Freedom? Doesn't look like he's very excited. In fact, he looks terrified. Now I'm gonna let you watch this, and I just want you to look at his face. He doesn't look like a man holding back tears of joy or excitement. He looks like a man that's terrified and about to lose his soul, perhaps. What's this Medal of Freedom really about? Is someone being let free into him? I want to show you another clip after this that kind of goes along with what I'm saying. Like I said, he doesn't look like he's excited. He looks terrified. Now, I know we live in a spiritual world, and I can't say for sure what's going on here, but I have my suspicions. And I want you to watch this next clip, like I said, and also look. That's original Joe. You can tell by those.
I don't care if you think I'm Satan reincarnated.
And maybe I've been going about this wrong the whole time. Maybe Jim isn't wearing a mask. Maybe they're just shapeshifters. Have you ever seen this clip?
Clint Eastwood.
I don't care how good you are at manipulating your face. There are just certain things that human faces can't do, and he seems to be demonstrating them to me. Moving parts of your body and your head that just don't move. I don't know if there's some sort of technology going on here, or they're literally just shapeshifters. Watch this. These parts of your body don't move. Now, I know I can have some wild theories, but I try to not speculate too much. This one's clearly speculation. But the end goal is to get you guys thinking outside the box so you can understand your reality better than you currently do. Because I would venture to guess that the reality you guys think exists is much, much different than you really think. But as always, this is just for entertainment. I'm sure this is just a perfectly kind gesture, and these guys are just normal human beings. Nothing at all sinister going on here. Entertainment purposes only.
If I was that close to a potential candidate of the Antichrist and his hands were that close to my throat and he was sniffing the back of my head like a pure creep, I'd probably be a bit freaked out too, to be honest with you.
When a tree is cut down in the forest, other trees reach out to the victim with their root tips and send life-saving sustenance, water, sugar, and other nutrients via the mycelium. This continuous IV drip from neighboring trees can keep the stump alive for decades and even centuries. And they don't only do it for their own kind. They do it for the trees of other species. Why? Is it because they know that their lives depend on the health of the whole forest, and even on beings very different from themselves? Is it possible that the trees can think in longer terms than we do?
This is the way I think about humanity, only in reverse. You know, the more the satanic perspectives and ideologies, the beliefs, the values, the morals, the identities are being integrated into society, the more people are becoming angry and arrogant and, you know, bitter and evil. And I think as a result of that, the very fabric of who we are is being ripped apart. And so instead of actually growing new networks and actually becoming united as one, they're all slowly just getting killed off and dying off, you know.
Go up there with Miles.
Dude,
my God. Be careful. Yep, that's cool.
We're here, we're just going to test out our device that we use that uses sound frequencies to extinguish flames.
I see this device being applied to a lot of things. First off, I think in the kitchen, it could be on top of a stovetop. But eventually, I'd like to see this applied to maybe swarm robotics where it'd be attached to a drone, and that would be applied to forest fires or even building fires where you wouldn't want to sacrifice human life.
Professor Brian Mark really stepped in to help us.
Just gave us a lot of support.
I think as a whole, engineering is really just finding solutions finding simple solutions to complicated problems.
This is the perfect example of how powerful frequencies are, and we honestly don't realise that the frequencies we receive on a daily basis, the impact that's having on us and our health.
This is the CIA's 5-second mask developed during the Cold War. The concept behind the mask was to provide agents with a mask that could completely transform their appearance in a matter of seconds. Unlike traditional Hollywood prosthetics, which could take hours to apply, the 5-second mask was custom molded to fit the wearer's face precisely. This allowed agents to change their ethnicity, gender, and age with ease, without the need for adjustments or a mirror. Made from durable materials like full-face latex and synthetic hair, these masks were designed to be both realistic and functional. Agents could apply them while moving through public spaces, quickly slipping into alleys or buildings to change their appearance as needed. The masks were designed for practical use under various conditions, folding down compactly for concealment in pockets or under clothing. The 5-second mask exemplified the CIA's innovation in espionage, enhancing agent safety and operational flexibility while posing challenges to surveillance and detection technologies.
Sorry, this shall be illegal. This is crazy. Y'all see this? They out here with other people's face on. How long have they been doing this? This is not for Halloween. They out here doing some serious, dirty stuff with these faces and blaming it on other people. This is crazy. I'm sorry, it should be banned. You out here with somebody else's face on, probably committing crimes and blaming it on other people. I don't like it.
I know that it's probably hard to believe that this happens in politics, but there's countless videos and clips on the likes of TikTok and YouTube that show others portraying themselves as other politicians, and you can clearly see that they're wearing a mask.
This is happening now, and let me know, is it time to get out of New York? Take a look. The New York Appellate Division has ruled in favor of Governor Kathy Hochul in a landmark case for government overreach. Rule 213, isolated quarantine and procedures, will give the state of New York the ability to come into your home and take you away to quarantine you without any notice and for any virus or infection they deem necessary. You won't have any option to fight it. No court date. Nothing. The rule has no age limit, and they can keep you for as long as they'd like. The rule also allows them to treat you as they see fit, including using methods that are still in testing. This is one of the biggest abuses of power that this country has ever seen. This is only the beginning. How long until this is nationwide or even global? As I mentioned, let me know your thoughts. This has come out in the past week, and take a look at the headlines coming out over the past week. Appeal planned after New York Supreme Court reinstates camp regulations.
After years, actually decades of warning of this, I still hope deep down inside that it would never happen. But here you have it, it is happening. Although many people are awake, unfortunately, most are not. So what will it actually take to wake people up? Look, I love you all, remember that, and I'm still hoping the tide will turn, and people will stand up and tip the table. As for the rest of the world, you seriously need to pay attention to posts like this, warnings like this, because this isn't a joke. This is real, very real. And if something isn't done to avoid this, then it's already over. I love you all. Please wake up now.
To be honest, big changes are coming. I mean, there's something that just feels off, and we've all been feeling it for the past few years, that there's something on the horizon. And whether it's 5 months down the line or 5 years down the line, I feel that something like this definitely will happen, and I think we kind of need to be ready for that.
Oh my days, check this for the demon face.
But then I know.
Right, that's what channels it's on.
The call for unity and
look at her.
Dropped.
Oh my days. What is wrong with your face, love? What's wrong? Go back. Let me just go back. Bang.
Unity and pride.
What the fuck, man?
Right alongside the UK rolling out deportation.
Demon face.
For protesters.
What?
This could be a game changer for the country's future. The call for unity.
Right. Go on that face. Look at them white eyeballs. Demonic as fuck. Oh, that's some scary grimace. He looks genuine. But, oh my days, is that demon face syndrome that goes to me? That is nightmare fuel. What the fuck is going on with that smile?
I can see where he's coming from, but I honestly think it's the reflection of the light and the angle of the camera that just gives the appearance of her looking demonic, but that's just me.
Okay. Doesn't work. And go. Magic.
Huh?
Magic.
Oh, magic. Please, I'm not paying for my groceries with my... It'll work. That's the coolest thing ever.
Sorry, we don't take cash.
Okay. 1 second. Is that me?
Sorry, we don't take card either.
I'm sorry? What am I supposed to use?
Can you step to the side so you can figure this out?
Can I speak to your manager? No! Excuse me. Do you guys take checks?
You don't need it.
I have the money.
You don't need it.
Okay, what the hell is that? When was that implemented? I don't have that.
Sorry, but we're cashless now. I had to implement the new system just to stay in business.
It's okay, Mom. You don't need it. Let's just go.
I hope you understand. Oh, but hey,
microchips in your hand. They can open your car and open your apartment door, and now you can pay for groceries in it. And look at the NPC here, thinking this is the salvation, thinking this is the freedom. Might think, well, yeah, okay, microchip in the hand to access all my stuff or have all my information. Oh, sure, that's a nice microchip you have in your arm. Makes it real easy to get access to your car and apartment. You don't have to worry about losing your keys or your wallet or your ID. It's all right there.
It's obvious that this will be implemented at some stage, and so many people are going to deem this as cool and think that this is the next sort of, evolution to mankind. And the sad thing about it is that those people who are going to be having their hands over a card reader as a payment method, we're going to be looking at them and just thinking it's sad, the fact that they give in to a beast system.
Ever wonder why the powers that be always broadcast what they're going to do before they do it? It's not to avoid karma. That's not how karma works. The reason is because the powers that be are Archons. Archons were spoken about in the ancient Gnostic texts. Archons are thought forms that cannot manifest on their own because they have no love or connection to the cosmic womb, and therefore cannot utilize the law of attraction. So they use us humans to manifest by putting ideas in our faces. Once we see the idea and experience an emotion about the idea, we manifest it for them. So they don't tell us what they're gonna do before they do it. They tell us what they want to happen, and we make it happen by experiencing negative emotions about it happening.
So technically what she's saying is that for decades it hasn't been predictive programming, but more so just an idea that's been brought to our attention, and we've just attached an emotion to that, manifesting that idea into reality. I think I'd rather go with just predictive programming, to be honest with you.
Will you repeat that question to me?
So, have you ever had, where, it's kind of like you've had a dream, of you doing something that you, you've done in your dream, and then you do it in real life, and you could see, stuff that you don't, that you've never been there before, but then, you find out in, a dream or, it's kind of like a vision kind of thing.
Okay, yeah, I have. So, like, you have a dream about something, and then when it's happening, you remember that you had a dream about that, and it seems familiar.
Yes.
I have. That is called Deja Reve. Like, deja vu is experiencing something that you've seen before. But Deja Reve, or Deja Rev, is knowing that you had a dream about it and then it happening. Does this happen for you?
Yes.
Okay.
One time I imagined my friend's house and I actually knew it was her house. Because one time my friend had a white and black shaggy couch. And I said, do you have a white and black shaggy couch? And she said, yes.
Really?
Yeah. And I said, for your birthday, did you have balloons on your floor? She said yes.
What does this mean for you, that you're experiencing these things?
I'm Wednesday Adam 2.0.
And you're my son. I love this for you. This is so neat.
This happened to me quite a few times throughout my life. One time when I was 15, we had a mate who was like in his 20s and he had a real bad addiction to drugs. And I had this dream about him that he was gone for 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, he came back and he was clean as a whistle. And I remember telling the lads about this, and the lads were like, dead on, hey, you're talking absolute tripe. There's no way that man's going to be off drugs, like. And then sure enough, about a day or two later, he just went missing and he was gone for 2 weeks, and when he came back, he was clean. And that's no word of a lie. That's it for today, guys. I'll be back on Monday for regular content. But if you enjoyed the compilation, smash that like button and subscribe button. And until the next video, please look after yourselves, stay safe and stay healthy, and I'll see you then.
They've got so fed up with their rude-sounding sign being stolen, they've bought one weighing 1.5 tons, so it's unlikely to be moved. Villagers paid £20 each towards the new sign for Shitterton. It's made out of Purbeck stone, set in concrete, and cost nearly £700. The last sign was stolen 3 years ago and hasn't been placed until now. That's not going to be moved, is it?
It's fun.